Yo, what's going on, everybody? Tim here, XGP Rockarchy, and we are going to be playing CarX Drift Racing Online. We are running the SX 180, or I'm sorry, the 180 SX instead of the 240 SX. So we're running a 180 SX by Nissan, and we are live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. If you guys are seeing this, tell your friends. Tell them to come find XGP and come run tandems with him. So if you guys want to run tandems, just let me know. My gamer tag, or everything's the same. So if you go to Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Twitter, everything is XGP_Rockarchy. You look me up on TikTok, XGP. I'll actually pop up pretty high. Hey, what's up, Fire Ghost 3192? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great week. I don't know if you celebrate Thanksgiving, but if you do, happy Thanksgiving. And since you're here in the CarX genre of things on YouTube, I would assume you play the game. So, what car are you using right now? Oh, here it is. I don't have my stand for my phone. Also, for those of you that are watching over on YouTube, there is a delay lag. There's nothing I can do about that. Apparently, only partners get special treatment, but that's about it. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna start. I just want to warm up first. So this is gonna be the first drift of the night. I've also got my setup changed, so you guys can't see it, but my monitor, I've pulled it up so it's like right behind my wheels, so it goes wheel, keyboard, monitor, like on the edge of my desk. And it really changed like the perspective and everything. I gave it a little too much. I thought I was gonna be able to drive out of that. English is not the best, but my question is, do you use a external handbrake or a button on your wheel? So right now I don't have an external handbrake, so I actually put my handbrake on the clutch pedal. So I'll push the gas here, and then when I push the clutch pedal, it's going to kick the clutch in and my e-brake. So you can see those two bars on the bottom right that kick those on. So I'm actually using kind of like a clutch kick to knock the car back and forth and to initiate the drifts, but I'm also pulling the e-brake at the same time because I don't have an external e-brake. Sometimes I'll just let the weight transfer. Oh. Hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, I thought it was a better way of initiating the e-brake. But you can always feint drift where you don't need the handbrake. .360 was not on purpose. And you are welcome. So what got you into CarX? Or well, what got you into drifting? You don't have to necessarily play on CarX. Other than a couple hiccups, pretty good warm-ups. Oh yeah. Alright, now that we've got some warm-up slides in, let's go ahead and head off to a online server. Go to multiplayer, go to rooms list. What is this? RPS Classic Remastered. Okay, so wheel practice 120%. No, thank you. I like my 90s. I go in bed because I live in Germany. The timing here is different, but thank you for the tip. And hey, no problem, Fire Ghost. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, get some sleep. Yeah, being in Germany, it's probably super late. But yeah, have a good one. I appreciate you coming by. Sleep well. Let's go. I don't know. We got the Forest Rock. They got the 90 Circuit Rock, Red Rock. Ah. So I guess we'll go to Red Rock. I feel like we only go to Shadow Valley, Red Rock, and rarely anywhere else. Oh, come on. What the heck? Pick it. if collisions are on. Damn it. Vivian Khalifa. What? All right, so I got some prompts here, and I'm just going to tell you guys that because I'm terrible. But these are terrible prompts. All right, we're just going to tandem, and then you guys can rate my tandems. Trying to hold, but it wouldn't hold. Sorry, I saw the notification. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Fire Ghost. I appreciate it. I don't really need the headlights with it being daylight outside. I notice as I'm drifting, I'm like leaning in my chair, like it's gonna make a difference. I feel like sometimes when you let off the fuel, you actually grip up, and well, that makes sense. It grips up and throws the car. So much fun driving back there. Hey, thank you for the follow, Miss Taco Curls. Hi, the game actually looks fun. Have you been to a car race before? As far as drift events, I've been to the Burnout Pit at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I've been to the Indy 500 and the Brickyard 400. I mean, I've been to like NASCAR races. I have not yet been able to watch a drift event. I really just started getting into all of this heavily, and it was a perfect time to get like come back to watching drifting. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird because there's like Drift Masters, Formula Drift, D1 in Japan. Those like those three big ones or whatever. Um, but Von Gittin Jr., I thought he retired. Turns out he's on the 2026 Formula Drift tour. And I think they're supposed to be coming to Indianapolis. So if they are, and if I can confirm that on the schedule, I'm definitely going to get some tickets so I can go to my first Formula Drift event. But I've been to a lot of car shows and a lot of drag races. Well, I guess I've been to the Lucas Oil drag strip too here in Indy. How about you? Have you been to any drift events? Started voting. We're getting ready to flash to another track. Oh, I looked away from the screen for a second and lost my slide, my momentum. So you've recently entered this world for cars in general. So it's nice hearing you talk about it since you seem to know a lot so far. I would say my automotive path started when I would say it wasn't until I got into my teen years. I mean, I've always been around cars and stuff. My dad has been an auto collision technician for since before I was born, and I'm 37 now. So as far as that goes, I've been in cars tore apart and cars being put back together, all that stuff. I've done multiple engine swaps on my own vehicles. I don't really know if that's the rabbit hole you wanted to go down, but as far as cars, because you said cars in general, I mean, I've been around cars my whole life. Well, that'd be nice. Yeah. Save some money. I mean, even if you find a small local track, like we have a tiny little track out here called Speed Rome, and it's just I think an 1/8 mile oval, and they'll do like figure 8 races, stuff like that. Like you can find some small tracks you could go to, and it won't cost a whole lot to go, because it's a lot of run what you brung style racing. And run what you brung means you got a street car you only paid $1,000 for, sure, come out and bring it on the track. I don't remember if it's this magazine or not. Oh no, it's definitely not this one. But look how badass this cover is. This is Street Rodder. How old is this? Okay, it says Road Tour 2012. Yeah, this is an October 2012 issue. I think I might have got this used and somebody gave it to me. There's no way that I bought this and still have it all this time. I think somebody might have gave that to me out of their garage or whatever. I don't even know what the point of me pulling that out was. Alright, I got my wind simulator turned on, aka the fan. I couldn't get that angle locked in, and now it's messed up my whole thing. So are you currently playing CarX? If I had a proper shifter, I probably would have switched into 4th gear. It's gonna be a lot easier if I can get a shifter. And I'm looking at just getting a sequential. I don't need like an 8 shifter or anything like that. Just something to shift up and shift down. And then a mechanical e-brake instead of using the pedal like I am. Oh shit, we lost it. A little too early. It's so much fun to just have a game where you can just slide around and have obstacles and whatnot, and, you know, contact with other players. Yeah, I'm not doing that off-road silly shit. Okay. I mean, if you want a card game that you can really cause some chaos, you ever played Magic the Gathering? Oh, yeah. Magic the Gathering's everywhere. Oh, avoided an accident. They were doing the tango back there, and I said, no, thank you, I don't dance. Ah, the drift failed. Okay, let's collect it. I was gonna say, on Magic the Gathering, you can play MTG Arena on a mobile device or PC. So you don't have to have the physical cards. Alright, I think I'm ready for another track. Let's finish the race to lobby. Sure, we can join Vice. Oh, we're on the good one. Gave it too much fuel on that last corner. I don't think Vice is even in here no more. Yeah, they don't have any other guys in here. And then this guy's running some crazy mod where he's got like stupid grip, so I don't really want to stand there. I guess like when you see a PC only lobby, they're weird. They can get weird. See what they're doing over here on this. Okay, we're running in the dark. Ooh, got close to that guardrail. I'll make 19 next year, and I'm planning on getting my license despite quite verified. LOL. How many tips for me, please? Well, you got anybody that's willing to take you out into like a parking lot and have you practice? Oh shit! Smack my ass on the fence. Oh, and those other guys left. No fun playing by yourself. Back to the lobby. Let's see if we can find somewhere else. There was one person in there. I was just in there. Just drift. I don't remember if I have this one. No, I don't. Okay, so that one's not installed. Yeah, I mean, if they got time, like, just see if they would allow you to take their vehicle. No, I mean, they would have to go with you. And then they could teach you the accelerator, the decelerator, or as known as the gas pedal and brake pedal. And then, I mean, teach you... I think one of the biggest things is when you're driving a vehicle, and this is just common sense, but it's something I didn't know when I first started driving, is that because I was very new to everything, cars, mechanics, and how they work, everything else. So in my very early days, I used to turn, like, I would have the wheel in my hand, or let me get both my, and I would turn like this, like trying to turn left. When you're turning the wheels, as you turn the wheel, so as the wheel turns, however fast you turn it is how fast the tires are going to turn. And it's even one of those things, like, if you needed to gauge, like, how sharp the tire is going to be, and this may be way too technical for... Not too technical, but, like, too much information for a new driver. But if you look out, like, you're outside the vehicle, and the car would have to be running for you to do this, but you're outside the vehicle, and you're looking at the wheels and tires on the driver's side, you can reach inside the car and turn the wheel, and then you can kind of see, like, oh, if I turn it just a little bit, then my tires are going to be angled like this, and that would be for a wide turn. But if I crank it full, that would be for a tight inside turn. And you could check that to the left and to the right. It's probably something I would teach my kids, and I'm probably going to teach them in a more detailed, technical, mechanical standpoint. So they're going to have a much different experience than even what I had. Like, I didn't practice in a parking lot. I was handed some keys after I took my test and stuff like that. But I guess, have you ever driven a go-kart? If you've ridden a go-kart or any kind of toy like that, or even your bike, when you're riding your bicycle and you turn the wheel just a little bit, you can see, like, where you're gonna go. Eventually, if you know how to ride a bike, eventually oh yeah, where he's like, big toe only, and he's pushing with just his big toe. But eventually you'll get to the point where when driving a car is just like riding a bike. Like, you could always get back on a bike, right? And then start riding away. Like, I know how to ride a bike. I haven't ridden a bike in a couple years. No, probably less than that. I haven't rode a pedal bike in a while. All right, let's see what other 90 winter. Is there snow on the actual track? I want to see if this is actually, like, slippery. Does this snow a lot where you live? You don't have to tell me where you're living. I'm just wanting to know if it snows a lot. Oh yeah, it's slippery. My alarm on my phone's going off. Oh, okay. Well, then you won't have to worry about driving on snow. That's a whole other thing. Well, I guess the other advantage too is that I have this driving simulator, which I'm gonna help. You know, I'm gonna have my kids already play with it. I don't even have to ask them to play with it. But they're gonna be able to use my sim rig to learn how to drive prior to actually, you know, having to drive. Okay, muted my alarm. It let me know it's 10 o'clock. Trying to catch up to this guy, but oh shit, the turn still goes to the left. Well, yes and no. Because snow, so water and rain can be dangerous at high speeds because your tire will do a thing where it's called hydroplane. That's where a layer of water gets in between your tire and the road, so you're actually floating on the water. And if you're going fast enough, you have to be going a certain speed for that to happen. And then when you go to try to turn or something, you won't be able to, and you're going to most likely slide into whatever's in front of you, or you're going to turn into a ditch, stuff like that. Snow, you don't have to be at a certain speed, because if that snow, let's say it's only 2 inches and it's already packed down and your tire's on top of that, you're already off the concrete. So when you go to take off, kind of like, here, let me do this. So if you take off fast, you know, you're going to get that automatically when you're in the snow. Now, rain, you'll probably grip like this, and then when you get to a certain speed, then it wants to let loose like this. And that's what hydroplaning is. So you have to be at a certain speed for rain to be dangerous. Unless it's raining super hard and your windshield wipers can't keep up, then you want to try and drive 10 below the mile per hour or the kilometer, whatever it is. You want to drive below whatever the kilometer or the miles per hour limit is. And then snow, when your car's running, you know, it's at a higher temperature. So eventually it's gonna, anything that touches it's just gonna melt off. But that's the best way I can show you, like, in game. And I did have it in third gear, but that was because I knew third gear didn't take off until later in the RPMs, which that's nothing you're gonna have to worry about. You're not gonna be worried about RPMs, and unless you get a 5-speed manual transmission. Why is your tail in the front? Oh, what's the tail? Oh, I didn't see it. No. Yeah, I see it now. Sorry, my kids are being silly. Like, you can feel the car sliding like crazy. Yeah, I like learning new things too. That's why I got into simulation drifting. Because I was like, I want to learn how to do this on a wheel. And I had this wheel and chair and everything just sitting here, and I was like, okay. And then one day I just started messing with stuff and finally got it. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I can at least transition and hold lines, and I can chase. LA Block, Red Rock, Shadow Valley. Ultimate Drifts and Tandems, 2 people. We were just on the snow version of this. This is the regular. I had to flip the wheel quick. I was going to lose it. So if you're not a gamer, what do you enjoy watching on Twitch? Oh, I'm gonna clip tires. Oh, we made it through. I thought we were cooked. I can't keep the angle. You can also see how much faster I can take this course with it being dry versus snow. I mean, it's a video game. It's not the greatest like thing, but being on dry, nice dry pavement, I can really put the pedal down and do more. Sure, I could go faster on snow after if I practiced on it, but oh, that one was even smoother because we dropped right into the corner. Dropped in. Yes, sir. Oh, we clipped our ass right on the guardrail. Only now I had time to enter here, so I'm just exploring. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff on Twitch. You can also check out Kick. That's another platform that I use, and then I mean YouTube, stuff all over the place on YouTube. But my name is the same across Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, everything. I knew I was gonna bite that pole. Stuck my butt out too far. Look at that. Another nice entry. Bother me on kick as well. You're not bothering me at all. Oh, let's see where we want to go. And like, I don't know. This is pretty cool. Oh, the room is full. As soon as I click on it, I was like, okay, it's 15 out of 16. Let's go in there. Nope. Denied. Oh, there's 14 people here. Yeah, I already saw that happening. I'm like, he's sliding into the barrier. Applying pressure to his door. I was hoping he would like crash out. There's nothing cooler than seeing all the black tire marks everybody's left behind. I didn't keep it in that clip zone. A small track. keep leaning in my chair, like. Well, I do this a lot. I do a lot of lobby hopping. Well, Shadow Valley and Forest Rock and Red Rock. Aw, come on. Is the... Yeah, they're not even on no more. Took some pictures. Today on my way to work, I was on the bus when a car crashed on another. Both cars almost flew. The crash was really intense. I think one of the drivers broke his wrist. Okay. Like I needed some gossip. Needed some tea to spill. Oh, I see the T emo. I was like, what is that? I couldn't see it from here. I'm like, I had to lean in and squint. Whoop. Woo, ran into a parking spot. I pissed myself for driving in the dark. I'm pretty, you're pretty paranoid. Yeah, and we're not even just driving in the dark, we're also sliding sideways. Yeah, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. I got a map. That'll probably, let's go back. I got a map that'll really put you into that Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Oh, that crapped out that corner. Yeah, that was a bad one. Oh, geez. Yeah, did you see? Okay, so the guy that's doing Han, that played Han, he's coming out with his own movie called Drifter. Damn. Anyways, that's a full lap. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, if so my algorithm on one of my TikToks is just all about vehicles, cars, racing, uh trucks, like semi trucks, stuff like that. So I get all kinds of stuff about movies and everything else that has to do with cars. And then another TikTok that I have, its algorithm is around like video games and stuff. But what I try to do is watch videos on. I watch drift videos, see how their cars are angled and stuff like that, and that's, you know, how and I apply what I see to this, and that's helped make it a lot easier for me to drive in this game. What was I doing? I was going to go back to multiplayer. See if the room list has anything good. Ultimate angle. TikTok, yeah, it's yeah. I wanted to stream over there on TikTok, but I don't have the follower count. Yeah. Yeah, it's when my back end just boop on the wall. Just a little boopy. Nice, kept the back tires over that white line. Messed up that corner twice. Okay, that's technically 3 times. Oh, that kind of threw me off. Cars streaking across, throw me off. Everybody driving crazy in here. What is it about that corner? Yeah. Ooh, that's the deepest I've gone in that. We did it, finally. Alright, let's go run some different parts of the track. You didn't put your glasses on and then you ran into something. Oh, thought I was gonna clear the wall, but I did not. Well, you gotta remember to put your glasses on. The drink's gone. And how long have we been on? Okay. In 6 minutes, I might have to log off. Oh man, I'm just hitting everything. Yeah, in some cars they will go fast enough. I think it's like F1 and like the supercars, stuff like that. Yeah, they'll take like a board with this like band on the board and work their neck like this. I don't think NASCAR drivers do that. They might, maybe all the drivers do, because that could be something that um, could prevent neck injury, like when you get in a car crash. So I could see it being used for all leagues. I keep hitting this damn wall. Oh my god. All right, let's do. Where do we want to wrap up at? Forest Rock, Shadow Valley. I don't want to go to Red Rock. Thing died. I know what we'll do. I don't know if it's this one or this one. Damn. Monster trucks? I have been to a monster truck rally. Ah, just that little bit of fuel. Oh, guardrail. weird. Why is it saying? Oh. Okay. It was wanting me to approve your comment. And go do that before I had to sleep on the couch. I'll just sleep right here. Right here in the chair. Oh, I want to do one more downhill run. Okay, one more downhill run, and then I'm gonna have to get off here. Oh my. Had a little accident. No, I'm not wearing my brown pants. Ew, that's dirty. Oh my God. All right, I gotta get off here. But I appreciate you hanging out, Miss Choco Curls. And I'm going to get off here. I appreciate everybody that came by and said hello and hung out and watched us play some CarX Drift Racing Online. I thank you guys for following over on Kick and Twitch, and thank you for subscribing on YouTube. I just realized that this has said Sideways Sunday the entire time, and it is not Sunday. It's actually Tuesday, so we were 2 days behind. But anyways, every Sunday we're always doing drift lobbies and whatnot. So yeah, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good one. Bye.